Yes, and for this cooperative group working with with rubbish collection, you do some training of cooperative member, training including just animal behavior, feeding, working time, working tool, and how to improve it, and to teach them to make themselves with acceptable material, not injuriable. And we do this work for some years and to see what happened. And the extension work also, we do in the village, the extension work around the mobile clinic, because when mobile clinic is coming, many of people bring this animal for the treatment, for advice, for some question, yes. And we try also to use the situation to do some advice and some training to improve and to see what happened. This work can bring something or no in this situation. And we try to have the things. During the training of the cooperative group, we just find to give them the knowledge necessary for keeping donkey in the better care within the cooperative. It is all the things together: feeding, watering, working time, load also, and they have with us for 2 weeks, including practical and theoretical side, to explain something, how to manage, also economical side. Because in this situation we have some time, animal feeding is very hard between February and July. It is a dry season and not grass, not straw, it is very difficult. And the raining season, it is very acceptable. We have a lot of food and something. And in the practice, they don't take some stock. And it is important also. If you can get some stock, it will the same price for all the time. But if you wait for the difficult moment, it will 2-3 times expensive. That is nonsense. And we try to explain them to have also some link with the funding small group society. They can give some credit for a few times. It is more acceptable to buy the food when it is 3 times cheaper and to be okay for all the year than to buy day by day. It is not the thing to do, because this difficulty doesn't work, absolutely. And we try to manage in the always of around the animals. And this program, we try to do some survey. It covers 2014 to 2017. And 97 members of cooperative was trained, and we chose 4 cooperatives to do and to see what happened for cooperative group. And we're doing some annual evaluation of each group, and we particularly take attention on the donkey mortality, life expectancy, and also the frequency of harness wound, because it is a big problem for a small group. In the training, you can see it is a small group in the training. It is a cooperative leader who is on the cooperative, on the donkey and cart, and also a small group of persons who is helping, who is also salary in this cooperative. It is like donkey is the engine for this situation. Without engine, nothing will working on the motorizing things. And we doing some training with them, to improve the harness quality and to explain what is the problem, and for also to keep the stable on the car. Many of kind of things is wrong. We need to correct little by little every single element on that. And the second way is to work with around the mobile clinic, extension work in the village around the mobile clinic. When we are coming to the village, many people are bringing this donkeys, and then we can talk with them to explain the things, to have some advice, and to also to have their own understanding. They can ask what is the problem with them, that they can solve. That is also the way it is important, because we give some opportunity them to talk to us. This approach is very important. And I think the young vet and young professional in this area, we greatly advise to have some approach for donkey owner, to have the confidence, to have also the respect for them. It is very important and very useful for our work. And yes, the veterinary care is taking place, and the owner also are training with the SPANA team. They explain just what is these things, what is the best quality of harness, what you need to do for the prevention of this kind of the problem, and like also the cooperative group to improve the situation of feeding, to have a lot of feeding when it is cheaper to keep in the stock. It is like also that, and we do some evaluation of the frequency of wound, harness wound, and also just fighting wound, and also it will be some evaluation between 2014 and for the same period. Around the mobile clinic, we're coming, and all the people, different age and different understanding, and what it is okay. Just we need to talk with them. Some of them can understand, and some are very young, just enjoy it. But the adult people can understand the things, and they can teach also the smaller one. We speak with them, and we show some different picture, and to ask and to have some conversation with them. And I think every single passage for the mobile clinic have in benefit to do the discussion and the things. And also the community training will take place, because if they are coming for the treatment, sometimes it is, and we have some organization between them, and we can use this way just to take some specific training. That is, we call a community training, just to accompany around the clinic, mobile clinic also. It is about wound, it is about harness, it is about how we can do the right things for harnessing of donkey, for the protection. That is work like that we are doing. And we try to evaluate the impact for this evaluation on the general condition of donkey and the mortality of donkey also, in the particularly in the GIE group. Yes. Alors, what we are recording before this war, the average before the training, the average the incidence of wound was 62% on the donkey. That is like every single donkey coming to the clinic, you can see what happened. And every single 100, we can have 62 have some wound. But I think it's so many. And after this training for 4 years, we do a same recording, and we can find what the percentage, the incidence of wound are very, very, very decreased in this group. I think that made sense because if it is a small group, yes, but if we can extend for more and more, it may have a sense to do if. And the duration of life, you can see on the average 5 to 7.5 if you're doing the things. Some of them have 4 months, some of them 8 months, some of them 5 months. If you do some average, it was 75% decreasing in the average. It is month per month. And after this period, it is get 5 years. I think it is very important to do because if they start to manage in the right way, the things are improved. 5 years, it is not so many for donkey, but I think it is better than 8 months. That is clear. And if this work can be enforced to continuous, maybe yes. And some single of them get for 8 years, 9 years. But it made sense, I think. It is a few things, but I think it is speak about something. Okay, here I just put some table just to try to understand. Maybe it is just I give some resume there, but it is just in normal things. You can see during period 2005 and 9, percent of mortality in this average year. For this one 53, for this one 50, for this one 100. All the donkey was died after 3 months. It is again you need to buy a new donkey to start the war. It is very, very difficult. Yes, and after this period, they can have some training, some understanding, and some improvement. You can see some of them 8 years, 5, 4, and the average we give this one. Now we get some donkey for 9 years. They work with GE. I think it is not too bad, even for 20 years or for 10 years. Yes, okay. Okay, and in the test village also, the wound from 42% coming down for 18% between 2001 and 2004. The same parameter recorded between 2014 and show a decreasement in average of number of wounds. 8.7 to 3.2. It is a small group, but I think it is example to do maybe more extension and to improve the the way which does work very well. But I think that is important for our work. Sorry. Yeah. Yes, it is just also the details of the 2 different periods, 2001 and 2004. And you can see in the different villages, yes, it is the name, it is a little difficult for you, but it is just village. Bla, it is Konodimini, it is Nyono, Sibla, Ngara. Just it is the name of the village where SPANA are working regularly with a mobile clinic. And we show these villages from 72 over, we visit because we need to keep a sample we can control, we can check, and we can do some correct recording, yes, because we have a very small team there, but we try to do some also survey and to do something like, yes, sorry, President, it will come in, thank you, at the end. What, in conclusion, what you can said, just in the result you already are understand something. Among the many problems related to use for working donkey, mainly there are connected to their working practice closely linked to the understanding of owner and user. User is important for us also. And the result of this paper, just the data, indicate that an improvement of behavior of the owner and user of working donkey through sensitization, education, and training can greatly impact the welfare of working donkey. What is important? So I think we don't miss, but just I would like not to speak about, because it is the law consideration, it is a government consideration, that is in our capacity to do, you know. But I am sure that if you can have some support in this way for legislation to apply the law normal, we can get more and we can have a more result. And the law exists in the country. Animal protection law, animal welfare law also. But what is the meaning of that? What is a significance? Anything. Nobody are interested for that. Nobody are check for the application. It is a big problem. Okay. Before I finish, I would like to thank so much the University of California, Davis, to give up, to support us, to give the opportunity also to talk with you and to have some knowledge, and also SPANA for the great work they're doing for our country. And we are ready also to help, to do everything we can. And thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.